all enjoyed the Cinco de Mayo celebrations over the weekend. We are enjoying wonderful spring weather here in Texas, and I hope you are as well in your neck of the woods. It is baseball and soccer season, and most of you parents are allergy sufferers like myself, and the drugstore aisles are empty. My name is Carmen Evans, and I am the Client Success Manager here at Child Care CRM. Also joining us today on our town hall meeting is our Sales Manager and Solutions Manager, Miss Emily Smith.
Hey everyone.
And our COO and co-founder, Mr. Ryan Hodges.
Hello.
So thank you all for joining us today, and we are going to go ahead and get started. I am very excited to show you all a new feature that is at the top of your home screen. Some of you may be looking at it right now. Ryan is highlighting it for you. You will now see Child Care CRM events right there across the top of your screen. So as you see, today's town hall was announced to you, and you can click on that wonderful little link on the end to watch. There is a feature to the far right at the top that says don't show this again. That is just for the current announcement. When we have a new announcement that we launch, it will populate across the top of the screen. So just know that that is there to kind of keep you in the loop on what's going on with us. Okay, our solutions manager is kind of walk us through some of the exciting things that we're going to share with you today.
Sure, yeah. So you guys are always really good about giving us feedback on what you're seeing in the system, what new features you need, what problems you're running into. So this month's release was pretty heavy on some fixes that we put in the system for you to make your lives a little bit easier. I know Carmen and Ryan and I are excited to share them with you. So if we could just jump in, I think we're going to start on some issues we've been having with leads, right?
Yes. So previously there was an issue with rejecting children because there was an apostrophe in the address. So what we've been able to do is correct that. So if the lead has an apostrophe in the mailing address, you can still go ahead and reject the child, as Ryan is showing us, and go ahead and delete that lead if you need to. So that is a fix that we are very excited about. Thank you for that feedback. We're going to give Ryan a chance to just update that information for you so that you can see it. There you go. Now you see that child has been rejected, and then you can go in and subsequently delete that child if you need to.
Just a little bit on that one. So what was happening before is you would go through those motions like I just did, and it would look like it was rejecting it, but then you'd come back and the child's status wouldn't change, and you could go through it again and again and again, and nothing was actually happening. And it was because of the address, or the apostrophe in the lead's address, that was actually preventing it from saving all the way through. So if you were in that endless loop of trying to reject, you can now get out of your endless loop.
Thank you, Ryan. And thank you all for your feedback. The next fix that we'd like to share with you all is going to be in your reports. We understand that while running reports, sometimes you hit a tab, you start running the report, you realize that's not the report you wanted to run, so you hit cancel. And what would happen is you would almost kind of end up with a screen overlay. You would still see that report populate. So we have taken care of that now for you. As you can see, Ryan's clicking through some reporting. It is going quickly, we love that, but you will no longer see that overlay if you want to cancel a report and see that report continue to populate. So we're very, very excited that we were able to clean that up for you all. Again, thank you for your feedback. Also, we want to make mention of our pending leads tab. Some of you have bookmarked the URL for your pending leads so that you're able to just go straight to that. And what was happening was a blank lead was populating when you clicked on that URL. Now the redirect will bring you back to the home page, which is what you see right now, and it's going to allow you to go down to your pending leads tab so that you can go ahead and accept or reject those leads into your database. The next fix we'd like to share with you is going to be in relation to your organization and location settings. We'd like to show you now when you drill down to a location, and Ryan's doing that for us, you'll see that the age groups are now in chronological order before they were in alphabetical order. Also, the classes are also going to be listed in chronological order, not alphabetical order. And Ryan, if you would go back to age groups, we also want to show you a new feature that's going to be available as it relates to adding rates. So Ryan, if you would click on infants, for example, we now have modes that you can elect to switch to. Right now, you're in the simple mode. Ryan, if you want to click advanced mode, this is what you saw previously, where you had to list out all the different days and you chose whether it was the weekly rate or the monthly rate. If you know that it's going to be the same rate because you're billing for 5 days a week, you can click simple mode and you can just put in the dollar amount and whether it's by week or month, click save, and you are done. So this is something we are very excited about. There is a warning that says saving revenue per child values in simple mode may overwrite values saved in advanced mode. So just be mindful of that warning prior to clicking save. But this is kind of a time saver for you. Ryan, do you have anything to add?
I do. So the problem we had before during setup is you can see where you have the rate. We calculate rates by the FTE, but then if a child, not every child is 1 FTE depending on their schedule. So you had to come in here and calculate it out and type in each value. And that's very cumbersome when you're trying to do this per age group, per location. So that's where we simplified the math on it when you go into simple mode. And if I change this here to 500 and say per week and save it, and I go back in there, you can see it stays in simple mode, so it's there, but it automatically does all the math and changes it going down. So you put the 500 there, and then it did it proportionally going down. It also does it for the monthly rate as well. So it doesn't replace this completely. It just does the math for you in the background. For those of you that want to use the advanced age groups or the math changes a little bit halfway down or through the FTEs, you can still go into the advanced mode, make your changes, click save. It'll stay in the advanced mode. Only fair warning, if you go from advanced back to simple and you change that, then it will overwrite the advanced data. So the idea is to make it, if you want to update your update your pricing per your age group, you can just very quickly do it with that one field as opposed to having to go through every one of those fields now.
Thank you.
Making it simpler.
Yes, we like simple. Ryan, if you would click on the enrollment probability tab. We also want to share with you that now these statuses will show kind of in the status order that we typically follow in our sales cycle versus alphabetical order, which you saw in the past. So that is another enhancement that has been made to your databases. So hopefully this makes your lives a little easier. Ryan is going to also share another enhancement as it relates to our managed lead screen and competitors. So Ryan, if you would share with us the enhancement that we can look for.
Okay, so this was a really bit of a simplification of the system. Let me get to a lead really quick. Sorry, let me get there. I'm taking the long way. Okay, where?
You can go to mine if you want.
What's that?
If you want to look, pull mine back up.
Your lead?
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that?
Carmen Evans and Faith Watchtower.
We have a child here. That's part of the reason why. Prior location. So we didn't change it there. We changed it on the lead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me 1 second here. Nope, I need a new lead. This is why.
I'm in Faith Watchtower.
I need one without a child. That's a child. Huh. Bad demo. Okay.
If you want to delete
So,
Luke, you can.
well, yeah, we can just explain it here.
Okay.
So when there's not a child on the lead screen, there is a field, it asks about prior care, and it's basically your competitors. And you had the ability to quickly add them on the fly on the lead screen. Well, we remove that functionality off the lead, and we'll remove it off the child, because what was happening is people were making them on the fly, and it almost made the reporting unusable, because then if they had a space in it, or they mistyped it, and so they added it, or one person spelled it one way, one's another, and it really didn't allow for any detailed reporting or roll-up reporting. So you can still manage your competitors in the marketing tab over here in the competitors. You can still add them and manage them the same way, but we took that ability off the lead to quick add, so you have to add them right, so then your reporting and your data is consistent, and that's actually to pave the way for some features we're about to add. We're about to add competitor pricing and competitor analysis, so you can actually do higher level reporting on your competitors to see more detail than you currently can. But in order to do that, we have to have some roll-up reporting, which means we have to make the system a little bit more rigid on how we capture the data. Not really too much a change overall, other than you just have to come here to add your competitors, which encourage you to come in here and add them and add all the detail along with them. It just takes it off the lead. You have to go here now.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us. And for those of you all listening, of course, your client success team and your solutions manager, we can certainly walk you through, again, how to add competitors if you have questions about how to use this new enhancement. So definitely reach out to us. We are more than happy to guide you through how to do this process. That actually wraps up what we wanted to share with you all today. We do have some save the dates for you that we want to make you aware of. I know, Ryan, you have some important dates that you want to remind our viewers of, and Emily does as well. So we'll start with Ryan.
Actually, I'm going to allow Emily to go first.
Emily's going to go first. So we're going to hear from our
first.
solutions manager. She's got some dates that we want you all to mark down on your calendars.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're holding our first ever official stakeholders meeting. So if you're wondering what a stakeholder is, that's you. You are a stakeholder in our system and where we're going in the future, the roadmap, if you will. So we are hosting 2 stakeholder sessions tomorrow on this YouTube page that you're on right now. So if you just come back, either session that's great for you. We're holding it from 9 to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, and then another one from 12 to 2 Central Standard Time. So jump on those. We're going to show you and share with you where we hope to go in the future and get your feedback before we make any big decisions. So I hope you're there.
I want to expand on that one a little bit. So this is kind of a long coming process, and we've been working on trying to improve the system overall, but now we're kind of, well, we've done a bad job of it. Let's just call it what it is. So we've started something called Project Reboot, and we're really looking at cleaning up the system, streamlining it. Ultimately, it's going to have a facelift on it, but for the stakeholders meeting for tomorrow is the starting process of that, to start getting you guys more involved into what the features look like, and we're starting to take a global view of everything that needs to be done so it flows seamlessly from start to finish all the way through the system. And that meeting tomorrow is to get your input, and that those are going to start what we develop over the summer, and that's going to be in a big release, or we'll release it in phases throughout the summer, but our goal is to have everything we talk about tomorrow out by the first week of September. So when we get into user group in October, which I'll announce in just a second, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk to at user group. We've kind of really flipped the system upside down, really focusing on getting it more streamlined, more efficient, easier to use, et cetera, et cetera.
Thank you. The next date that we want you to mark your calendars for, is the next town hall. It will be Wednesday, June 14th at 12:30 Central Standard Time. So same bat time, same bat station. We certainly want to see you all back here next month. And then we do want you to save the date for user group. And Ryan is going to share that information with us now.
Okay, now I have to look it up. Does anybody know when Chris Mary Success Summit is? This is shame on me. So we are going to do user group just like we did in the years past. It will be a part of Chris Murray's Success Summit. It will be the Wednesday the day before. I'm looking up what is it? Child Success Summit? What's it called, Emily?
Child Care Success Summit.
Okay, thank you. All right, flip my screen. All right. For those of you that don't know about Chris Murray, I highly recommend that you look into this, and you can see the website right there is childcaresuccesssummit.com. But her conference is October 5th through the 7th. User group will be October 4th. And it'll be a similar format to last year, though we are going to change a lot of the content in there. We are expanding it a little bit. We're going to change the reception up a little bit. So it's going to be an improvement over last year. We are planning on expanding the roundtables and the discussions, a little more organized than last year, better than last year, etc. But there it is. There's user group.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Yes, we want to see everyone come out, hang out with us, get to participate in the breakout sessions, get to spend time with Ryan and Chuck and Emily and some of the rest of our client success team. So we definitely are looking forward to user group and hope as many of you as possible can make it and spend that day with us. That wraps up our town hall meeting for today. We are looking for questions about anything that we shared with you today. You can certainly enter them into the chat box. And we would be delighted to follow up with you or answer some of those questions now. So we're going to just take a moment to see if any questions have come in that we can answer for you.
All right, let's see. I don't see any questions
Okay.
at the moment in the chat pending.
Okay?
Do you mind if I just circle back to a couple things?
Yeah, go for it.
So I wanted to circle back to the rejected issues when you are rejecting children. I just want to do a friendly reminder that the only reason we should be rejecting, using that reject status, is for test data, spam that gets into the system for whatever reason, duplicate leads that you've already merged and you're done with. You definitely don't want to use reject for things that are really lost opportunities, because there is not a good way to get those back. Once they're rejected, it's really nearly impossible, besides manual entry, to bring that stuff in. So directors, assistant directors, please be very mindful that you're not just rejecting somebody that is really a lost opportunity. And then system admins, keep in mind that you are the ones who have the power to delete these. So we did demo that now you can delete a rejected lead, but there's many of your center level users that are going to call you and say, I can't, because they don't have access to it. So they are going to call you. You need to be able to go in there and do that for them, or grant them permission to delete leads. I still think one person, 2 people, 3 people top should be responsible for deleting leads from the system altogether, but that's just my soapbox. So that was rejected. I wanted to circle back to. And then as far as bookmarking, I think there's some best practices go where you should bookmark in the system, because remember, it's going to default you to log in. So I think bookmarking live.childcarecrm.com is your best bet before you even log into the system. On your first login, we're going to give you a nice helpful hint that says, you want to book me? Say yes, create a shortcut on your desktop. But don't just bookmark anywhere in the system, because you're going to get frustrated. It's going to kick you out to the wrong spot. So today, go to your system, live.childcarecrm.com, do bookmark us. The other thing I would just ask is, when you're Googling Child Care CRM, don't click on any yellow Google AdWords. Go to the site, live.childcarecrm.com. That's super helpful to us. But I think that's all I wanted to add, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Do any conferences coming up we need to be aware of?
Kitty Academy, beginning of July. We're excited to see you all down there. And then we are on our road to back to the fall. So Chris and GCCA, if you guys are going anywhere, I saw one of our clients just went to a really awesome Disney's Leadership to Success conference in Michigan, and I am so jelly of that. It's unreal. If it's not a childcare conference, I don't even care. Just tell me where you're going, what you're doing. I want to learn too. So for sure, if anybody else is going to the Disney conference, Sandy, hint, hint, I want to be invited to get there. And then also keep in mind that summer's a great time to ramp up back to school trainings, and we do offer programs where we can come out to you and train your staff on CRM best practices, sales best practices. We're happy to do that. You guys just got to let us know what you need.
Thank you. If there are no questions, we are going to go ahead and conclude this May Town Hall. Thank you everyone that tuned in to join us. Please feel free to reach out to us via that chat feature that is located on the home screen in your CRM, or you can call us Monday through Friday. We are here. Email us. We want to hear from you. We look forward to seeing you all again next month. Stakeholder meeting tomorrow. Please tune in if you can. Thanks again, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.